Metro Weather Watch, evening update for the Evansville metro area and surrounding tri-state communities, with meteorologist Nathan Kitchens.
Hello everyone, your evening update is brought to you by Vinny's Auto Detail. You visit them for high quality window tinting and auto detailing at reasonable prices. They're located at 950 North Congress Avenue in Evansville. Give Donnie a call at 812-471-4900. You can also visit them at their Mount Vernon, Indiana location as well. And be sure to tell them that Metro Weather Watch sent you. We have an active period of weather here with the risk for severe weather late tomorrow night through the early morning hours on Wednesday. We're going to time out the storm chances here, starting off later on tonight through the first half of Tuesday. We'll have a warm front lifting through the area with scattered showers and storms. We can't rule out some pockets of hail with these, so we'll keep an eye on these tomorrow morning. And then as we go through Tuesday afternoon, through the evening hours, I think we'll see pretty quiet weather overall. We're just going to see the temperatures really starting to skyrocket. The moisture levels in the atmosphere will really start to increase as well. Can't rule out some isolated showers, but not expecting really any severe weather during that time. But tomorrow night, the pre-dawn hours Wednesday, this is our main time frame here for severe weather chances. Storms will begin to ramp up, move through the region as a nocturnal low-level jet stream ramps up. This is basically just a fast-moving ribbon of air at about 5,000 feet up that's pumping into warm air, pumping in moisture, feeding into our environment, giving us favorable ingredients for severe weather as the area of low pressure and a cold front moves through the area during this time frame. So, looking at the map from the Storm Prediction Center, they have a slight risk, the standard slight risk in the yellow across our eastern areas. A decent chunk of the area is now in the enhanced risk for severe weather. This has shifted further north and east than what they had earlier as confidence is continuing to increase. We have ingredients there for all modes of severe weather, including hail, damaging winds, and a tornado threat. The greatest risk in our area, just looking at the data, and it certainly looks like our southern Illinois areas here, central southern Illinois through southeast Missouri. This is kind of the bullseye here for a greater risk for severe weather during this time frame. And because this is a late night weather event, it can be a dangerous situation. It's important to have a way to receive warnings. Be sure to have those weather radios turned on if you have them. And looking at the data here, this is the high resolution NAM computer model. Later on tonight, we'll begin to see some showers and a few thunderstorms moving through. This will be mostly elevated storms. This will be along a warm front moving through tomorrow morning. And then as we go through today, Tuesday, here we are at about 8 a.m. in the morning, a few showers and storms over the area, scattered around the area. And again, we could see some pockets of hail. This is the map by 9 o'clock in the morning. And as we go towards noon, most of this is beginning to move east of our area. So we'll see pretty quiet weather during the afternoon and evening hours. So just some isolated activity possible. We're going to see these temperatures really starting to skyrocket around 70 for our afternoon high. And certainly the moisture levels will start to increase as well. And we're going to stay very warm and humid tomorrow night as showers and storm chances will increase across the area. Going through the nighttime hours. So the evening hours, most of the evening is pretty quiet. But once we get to about maybe 10 or 11 o'clock, this is when we may begin to see some activity starting to fire up over the area. Maybe even a little bit earlier than that as well. So we'll keep you updated on the timing. But go through 10, 11 o'clock, we may start to see the first initial cells firing up. And this will kind of increase going through midnight, through the pre-dawn hours Wednesday. The activity starts to ramp up ahead of a cold front. And these cells will need to be watched closely for severe weather with them. And going through again, about 3, 4 in the morning, scattered showers and storms possible. Ahead of the main line here, which is a squall line here along the cold front. This is by the time we get to about 3, 4 in the morning on Wednesday, a vigorous squall line here through parts of Indiana and Illinois and Missouri, pushing into the tri-state early Wednesday morning. Again, we'll see those prefrontal convection storms moving through, I think, tomorrow night ahead of the main squall line coming in here early Wednesday morning. So by the time we get to about 6, 7 o'clock, it's moving through the heart of the tri-state, according to the NAM model. Now, the timing may vary here a bit, so the timing's not 100%, going to be accurate here from the model, but it's just what the model is suggesting. The main cold front moving through around this time. And with that line, we'll have the main risk will be damaging winds, but we can't rule out, we can't rule out an isolated spin-up as well. Apologize, I have a sore throat today, so I'm having trouble speaking, so if my voice sounds a little off, that's why. A little bit of a sore throat today. But anyways, that cold front moves east of the area. We'll begin to see the activity diminish. A cooler and drier air mass moving through during the afternoon hours on Wednesday. So, looking at the one of the favorable ingredients here will be the amount of moisture in the atmosphere, certainly with this event. This is something that was lacking with our severe weather chances back on Friday. Certainly the moisture levels will be very impressive for late February, especially over southern Illinois, southeast Missouri, and you can see even here through far southwest Kentucky, some just a lot of moisture here in the atmosphere. Moisture, very important ingredient here for severe weather. Make for very unstable air mass. You can get when you have more moisture in the air, it can lead to the greater chance for some tornadoes, those low cloud bases. So that's something to keep in mind during this time frame. And looking at another piece of data here, that this is another short-range model. I think it's doing has a decent idea, in my opinion, of how things will play out. So there's this activity tomorrow morning, not a big deal. The main time frame we're watching is tomorrow night, the pre-dawn hours on Wednesday mostly here. So we'll begin to see some cells firing up here. Let me go back here. By the time we get to about 11 o'clock, showing some scattered storms trying to fire up here over southern Illinois, southern Indiana, and going through 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning. We'll see some scattered showers and storms potentially over the area in this unstable air mass. And then the actual cold front moves through early Wednesday morning around 6, 7 a.m. Those showers and storms, that squall line pushing through. And then after that, we'll see much quieter weather during the afternoon hours on Wednesday. Temperatures, this will be another story here. Nice big warm surge ahead of this storm system. Certainly the warm air will be one of the favorable ingredients here for severe weather. Temperatures tomorrow will skyrocket during the afternoon near 70. And we'll stay near 70 the entire night tomorrow night. So we're going to stay very warm, very humid for this time of year tomorrow night in this warm sector of the storm system. And then the cold front moves through early Wednesday morning. It's about by 9 a.m. Cooler air filtering into the area. And those temperatures will continue to drop during the afternoon hours on Wednesday. And we're looking at a cooler and quieter into the week, much quieter into the week. Thursday and Friday look quiet. Here's our storm system here for tomorrow night through the first part of Wednesday. And then we get to that cooler air for the rest of the week. A weak clipper that could, move just north of our area Thursday night. But right now, the models have really have this from Indianapolis and points to the north. And then it looks like really just a sunny and quieter into the week before we warm back up, just in time for the weekend. So the weekend's looking decent at this time, with mainly dry weather and warming temperatures as well. Alright, so before I go, let's go back to the map here for tomorrow again. This is the severe weather risk for tomorrow night. Now keep in mind, the Storm Prediction Center maps go from 6 a.m. tomorrow through 6 a.m. Wednesday. So the time frame here is kind of confusing because this is towards the end of that time frame when this will be happening. So this isn't there today. Again, this is late tomorrow night, mainly Wednesday morning hours. And then for Wednesday, the activity begins to shift to the south and east. So you see at about 6 a.m., we'll still have some activity here over the central part of the tri-state, but that will continue to move off to the east through Wednesday afternoon, with the greater risk shifting out of our area by Wednesday afternoon, and we'll see the cooler and drier air for the rest of the week. So just be sure to keep it here for the very latest. We will be keeping you updated, and be sure to watch this video again. Be sure to share it to your friends to keep everyone updated on what to expect. And just keep it here for the very latest on this potential severe weather for early Wednesday morning. Thank you all for watching, and have a great evening.